Today we are going to learn how to make a booking for a train ticket on Madaraka Express website. So this is a ticket from Nairobi to Mombasa on SGR. So first thing you do is to go to the website, which is this. Now, while here, you have these two buttons. This button, Madaraka Express, allows you to book the economy and the first class ticket. The book premium button allows you to book the premium ticket. In our case, you're going to book the economy or first class ticket. So once here, you select the train type. For Nairobi to Mombasa, we have intercounty, which stops at the different stations, and we have express, which goes directly from Nairobi to Mombasa with probably one stopover at Voi. So we'll select the express, and then you have another extra train that goes to a different destination. That is a Susua train. So you're going to select the express train that will get us from Nairobi to Mombasa. Select from, to is the destination city. Then we select the date of travel, 20th. You can actually book on the same day and travel on the same day, as long as you'll be able to arrive at the station before the departure. Then we have two trains for the express option. That is the 3 p.m. train and the 10 p.m. train. So if you love traveling at night, you can select the 10 p.m. train. If you love traveling during the day, or depending on your schedule, you can select the 3 p.m. train. So in our case, you're going to select the 10 p.m. train and then go ahead and click on book train to go to the next page. So if it brings that error, you can just refresh, and here we are. So we have the first class train, or the first class option. The ticket is 4,500. The economy is 1,500. That is for adults. Children between 3 to 11 years normally pay 50% of the adult fare. Then when you come to this part, this is where you select the number of people traveling. If you're traveling more than 2 adults, you can select up to 10 adults. The same thing with children between 12 to 17 years and children between 3 to 11 years. Either way, when it comes to the ticket fare, the charges remain the same as I mentioned earlier. Children between 3 to 11 years, they pay 50% of the fare. In the children above that age, they pay the adult fare. In our case, we're going to select just one adult so that we get to easily learn how to make the booking. So once you click on book train, it brings you to this page where you now put the names of the passenger who is traveling. We're just going to use some generic names for the purpose of this booking, as well as we're going to put a random identity card number. If someone is not a Kenyan citizen, you'll put the passport number. Then next to select the gender and the country. So if they're not Kenyan, you select their country of birth or their citizenship. Then here you'll put the mobile number that is going to pay. So we're just going to use any number because in our case we are learning. So once you've done that, you click on proceed payment. At this point, it's not going to make the payment or to allow for payment until you go to the next page. So once we click on proceed payment, then it brings us to this page. And here we have all our information. Nairobi to Mombasa, the duration will be 5 hours, 45 minutes. And then it's showing us the travel date. In case you've made a mistake, you can always go back and rebook. And then we have the departure time and the arrival time, the passenger names you can correct at this point. And then we have the payment details. And then we have this useful information here that says that you should arrive at the station at least 1 hour before departure. You must carry your original identification document. This is a must. And then in case you want to change your ticket, you'll need 48 hours prior to departure. Then you have the cancellation is done over the counter. All these information, tickets are not transferable, like you can't give it to another person, all that information. So once that is done, you can say pay now, and then it will send you the option of putting your PIN number. But because our number is not varied, the number we've used is just for learning purposes, then we'll not go ahead with that option. Instead, we will click on this option of pay later, and then I want you to see the option, what it gives, the information that it brings. So it gives you this information, and you can put, later on, you can put the pay bill number, the account number, and make payment. I hope I have made it easy for you to book your ticket for the next travel. Thank you so much for watching.